Why are you back so soon? Yes, sir. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. We're already in the new year. Let's get into it. We about to get this go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Get this reaction going. Why Little Wayne apologized to Kendrick? Kendrick. Let's get it. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad.
To Lil
My
Wayne
bad.
feeling frustrated that
Run it back.
from
Run it back.
Kendrick being picked as the halftime show performer at the Super Bowl, to Lil Wayne feeling frustrated that he didn't get it, to Kendrick responding on his most recent album, to Lil Wayne insinuating that he might respond.
We gotta read the comments. Man, what the I just be chilling and they still home. For my head, let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this gain sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants distraction, not even me. But I say destroy it.
Back,
Alright.
and that finally leading to an apology. What exactly went wrong, and why did Lil
I am listen. I might be an L reader, but that shit make no sense. But let's continue.
apologize to Kendrick?
I
The
might
Lil
be-
Wayne
I
and
might
Kendrick
read that
Lamar
shit wrong, but
saga
that
has
shit
been one of the
don't make
most
no sense
talked
to me.
about stories in relation to rappers going at each other in the last few weeks. Like a lot of people know, the controversy started off back in September when the Super Bowl halftime show, which is going to be hosted in New Orleans, where Lil Wayne is from, was announced. In the midst of this news, a lot of people were celebrating because they were happy for Kendrick, but a lot of others weren't so happy about it. The conversation then transitioned from Kendrick being announced to be the halftime performer to Lil Wayne supposedly getting snubbed. The Super Bowl is going to be held in New Orleans, where Lil Wayne is from, and he seemed like the obvious pick. I mean, Lil Wayne is from New Orleans after all, and the event is going to be hosted in NOLA, so how come he didn't get picked for it? And that was the main argument in favor of Wayne. This eventually led to a public outcry of people coming together saying that Lil Wayne deserved to perform at the halftime.
Denying a young black man what he right. Hold on. Denying a black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego, your hatred for Birdman and Drake and Nicki. God, you pushing Little Wayne, the GOAT. Nola was good. Eminem stood for him on having 50 Cent come out and a white man. Shit side house. All right, let's continue, bro.
Halftime show. Aside from people being very vocal
The Super Bowl in New Orleans, and they let Kendrick Lamar perform over Lil Wayne. Jay-Z, a legendary hater for that.
about their support for Wayne, there are a couple rappers who decided to chime in, one of them being 35-year-old rapper Hurricane Chris from Louisiana.
When you walk into a house, you speak to everybody who live in that house, and you pay respect to everybody who live in that house. I'm from the South. Now, wherever you from, you go do what you do wherever you go do it. But when you come to the South, y'all got to show more respect in this, bro.
Now, in general, a lot of other people came out and agreed that Kendrick did deserve it after all, mostly due to how successful of a year he's had.
Kendrick Lamar has been named the one greatest pop star of 2024 by Billboard.
This strong public response eventually led to Lil Wayne himself saying a couple things about not being picked. In a video posted to his social media account, which was a few days after the news had gone viral, Lil Wayne addressed the entire situation, saying that he was disappointed and that it hurt him a lot.
First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay. Just the delay. I want to say I had to get strong.
He haven't dropped music though. I'm about to say that one thing though. He haven't dropped music. Lil Wayne, where you been at, bro?
I had to get strength
Yeah,
enough
he's
to
a good
just
artist.
start
I'm not
breaking.
gonna lie.
I'ma
His
say
old
thank you
music
to every
with Drake
voice,
and all that.
every opinion, all the care,
Yeah,
all
that's
the
good.
love and the support out there. That hurt a lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown, for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that. So it hurt a whole lot.
The response to this was, however, not like Lil Wayne was probably expecting. Although he did have a lot of people vouching for him as the halftime performer, it seemed like the majority of people still couldn't truly side with his perspective. Yes, it's going to be held in New Orleans where he's from, but Lil Wayne obviously felt entitled to something that wasn't his to begin with. Kendrick Lamar got picked for this because he's had the most successful year of any rapper in 2024, and so the choice to the NFL and Rock Nation was obvious. So the verdict on the Super Bowl controversy involving Lil Wayne and Kendrick was just that. There was an overwhelming support for Lil Wayne, but it didn't overpower the fact that the majority of people felt like Kendrick still deserved it. Ever since then, things have been quiet as far as this particular story. Now, that was until Kendrick Lamar's album, GNX. GNX is Kendrick Lamar's 6th studio album, and it came out a little over a month ago, on November 22nd, 2024. It was a surprise drop that caught a lot of people off guard, and the album has been doing phenomenal ever since then. Now, interestingly enough, there was a song on the album titled Whacked Out Murals, and on this song, Kendrick actually ended up responding to this entire Super Bowl fiasco, specifically name dropping Lil Wayne, and this is what Kendrick said. Used to bump the Carter 3, I held my Rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down, Kendrick said. Later on the song, he says, won the Super Bowl and Nas the only one congratulate me. All these ninjas agitated. I'm just glad they showing their faces. Some people might call this a diss, others might call it a simple acknowledgement of a fact. As you could hear, Kendrick was very straightforward. He made a reference about the Carter 3, saying that he used to listen to it, followed up by a line in reference to how his hard work let Lil Wayne down. Ultimately, Kendrick outshined the master, and the reason why I'm calling Lil Wayne the master in this case is because, for anyone who doesn't know, Kendrick was actually very influenced by Lil Wayne when he first started rapping, like a lot of other rappers.
Son gotta get paid. Damn. Nah, Lil Wayne just gotta chill, bro. Not gonna lie. Just grind this.
Early on in Kendrick's career, it was a known fact that he, in a lot of his records, reminded people of Lil Wayne. And a lot of it was specifically in relation to his delivery, but specifically vocal tonality. And this is something Kendrick has talked about on numerous occasions throughout his career. He's been very vocal about how Lil Wayne not only influenced him, but how he influenced the rap game in general.
He influenced a lot of styles and a lot of sounds. And I could say I was influenced by a certain sound and a flow and the cadence, that he brought to the game, which was very unique. Me being a young boy in the game and listening to him, like, yo, okay, I need to learn this and that.
So Kendrick was kind of coming full circle with what he said on Whacked Out Murals. Imagine being inspired by someone just for you to, over a decade and some later, surpass them in the eyes of a lot of people, which is something that obviously has to feel unreal for Kendrick, and of course, bittersweet for Lil Wayne. After the release of GNX, Lil Wayne ended up hearing the song, and he responded to this on Twitter by saying the following: man, what the F I do? I just be chilling and they
I just be chilling.
Still come from my head. Let's not take my kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction. Not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed. All me. Love. So this, on top of what Kendrick said, was kind of a big deal. Here we have Kendrick responding to the controversy, and Lil Wayne following it up by saying, don't take my kindness for weakness, because you don't want to wake up the beast. That sounds like someone who's preparing for war, if you ask me. And this is exactly what a lot of people thought was going to happen. So the internet had a lot of things to say about this. And this Lil Wayne versus K-Dot story went viral yet again. Fast forward to about a week ago when Lil Wayne did an interview with Skip Bayless.
Also, I've spoken to him and I wished him all the best and told him he better kill it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you better kill it. You gotta kill it.
But you guys are cool. You have talked.
Oh yeah,
All good.
yeah.
Now, as you guys could hear, Lil Wayne and Kendrick are apparently on good terms now, which is interesting to hear because just less than a month ago, it sounded like Lil Wayne was declaring war right back at Kendrick. And that's not even something I would necessarily blame him for. At the end of the day, he got name dropped by one of the most successful rappers of this year. And that guy who came up early in his career, inspired by you, Lil Wayne, happened to surpass him in a lot of ways. And this is something he, of course, acknowledged on that particular song. So Lil Wayne obviously felt the pressure of this entire thing. I think much of Lil Wayne's frustration in this situation stems from the pedestal he's been placed on throughout his career. Lil Wayne is someone I deeply respect and admire. He was the first rapper I was truly a super fan of, and to me he's undeniably part of the legend conversation. The sheer number of rappers he's influenced, his massive impact on hip-hop as a whole, and the fact that he was widely regarded as the best rapper alive heading into the 2010s, thanks to his incredible run, all solidified his legendary status. And that's why I would never discredit Lil Wayne of all rappers. He's done too much for hip-hop for anyone to play with his name. That being said, the fact is, right now, he's not that guy. As I mentioned in my last video on his story, when it comes to the younger generation,
one of his hits, that shit was fire. That song right there, I think it was called Mirror. That song was fire.
Many of them seem to feel very disconnected from Lil Wayne's legacy. And it makes sense. Wayne's peak was over a decade ago. Since then, while he's remained successful and climbed in the industry, I'd say he's mostly maintained his status rather than thrived on a major level, which is the case for many legacy acts. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. For someone like Lil Wayne, aside from being in the studio nearly every day, because let's face it, Wayne works extremely hard, part of his journey now is giving back to younger artists.
How does he go to the studio every single day, work hard, but you still haven't dropped a song or an album or AP or something? Look at Chris Brown. Chris Brown been here for ages, bro, and he's still dropping some good ass music, love song and everything, bro. Like what? Lil Wayne, what the fuck are you been at?
who are in their prime. A great example of this is Cordae, who actually dropped one of the better rap albums of this year, The Crossroads. But Cordae is a rapper Lil Wayne has been supporting for some time. So a guy like Cordae has had the opportunity to watch him work up close. And they have several records together, both released and unreleased. So what I see for Wayne now is that he seems to find more joy in staying closely connected to younger rappers like Cordae by mentoring them and letting his influence shine through as a vessel for their growth. Because like I said, it's really not just Lil Wayne's time right now. And I don't think this new generation of young music fans care as much about his status like the previous generation. And that previous generation are grown up, and I'm definitely in that category, and you might be too, because I was young when I first got into Lil Wayne's music. Lil Wayne, to me, when I first heard the Carter 3 in 2008, was the best rapper in my mind, and in a lot of ways, that wasn't false.
I was like 13. I was like around like, I was on like 13, 14.
So that's the biggest reason why I would say Lil Wayne responded in the way he did. It seems like Wayne is very swayed by people's idea of how high up he is. Because in Wayne's mind, he's the greatest alive, and he should feel like that. And then now you take a look at the Super Bowl controversy, which is being hosted in his hometown, and Kendrick ends up getting it. Lil Wayne got sworn by a bunch of people online, mostly his supporters, and probably people around him as well, saying that he deserved it. And I think that in itself might have led to him feeling like, damn, they're right. I should perform. Why didn't I get this opportunity? And that's when that self-doubt obviously kicked in. Like, man, am I not as great as they told me I was? Think about how successful Lil Wayne is, and think about how much he's done. Not even someone like Wayne is immune to feeling a sense of insecurity when things don't go the way he wanted them to go. Keep in mind that Wayne was the person who said how much it hurt him to not get this opportunity. On top of that, Kendrick later on responds, and Lil Wayne is supposedly ready to go to war based on his tweet. I guess it might have taken some reflection on his end for him to come to a place where he eventually jumped on the phone with Kendrick and probably ended up apologizing to Kendrick for feeling that sense of entitlement. At the end of the day, Lil Wayne has been through a lot in his career, and every opportunity he's had, he's worked for it. The same can obviously be said for Kendrick Lamar. I imagine Wayne took a step back after the situation and thought, who am I to say I deserve this position more than him? When you're as blessed and highly favored as Wayne, even when things don't go your way, you have enough wisdom to understand that what's meant for you will come to you in due time.
It's just him talking. Double video. Blackie speakers. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne just gotta make some ghetto music, bro, and just come out 2025 strong, bro. Just drop a hit or something, bro. Like, do a song with Chris Brown or something. Like, do something, bro. Like, you feel me? Don't feel bad. You feel me? Shout out to my nigga Lil Wayne. Don't feel bad, bro. He's definitely a good rapper though. Back in the day, he used to do some good songs. So just keep your head up, bro. No cap, bro, and just keep grinding, bro. Let my nigga Kendrick, bro, just have his moment, bro. Like, you feel me? So I'm saying, he put the work in, my nigga. Especially with that beef with Drake, he put the work in, bro. You can't be bad at him. Simple as that. Your boy Evo is out, man. I see you guys in this one. No bullshit. Wow.